All right, ready to tee off into the world of Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know it, right?
Yeah,
Hilarious,
absolutely.
heartwarming,
Yeah,
and this hockey player finding success on the golf course.
I love it.
We're going to deep dive into what makes Happy's story
Mhm.
such a classic underdog story.
Right.
And believe it or not, pull out some real-world lessons about achieving your goals,
Okay.
even if you have to take the unconventional route.
I like it.
What do you think?
It's fascinating how Happy Gilmore manages to blend this slapstick comedy
Right.
with these deeper themes of perseverance and finding your own path.
Yeah.
It's not just a silly sports movie,
Yeah.
it actually has some insightful things to say about success.
Exactly. And what's interesting is that Happy's success doesn't come from some magical transformation.
Yeah?
He doesn't suddenly become a perfect golfer.
Right.
Instead, he uses his existing skills in a totally unexpected way.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought a hockey slap shot could translate to crushing a golf ball?
It's true.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, and that's a key takeaway here.
Okay.
You don't always have to start from scratch to achieve something new.
Mm-hmm.
You can leverage your existing skills even if they seem completely unrelated at first glance.
Mm-hmm.
Happy's hockey background,
Right.
his raw power and determination,
Mm-hmm.
those become his strengths on the golf course.
Yeah.
It's like he's repurposing his talents for a new goal.
That's a pretty cool way to think about it.
Yeah.
It's like instead of focusing on what you don't have,
Right.
you can look at what you do have and find creative ways to apply those skills in a new context.
Exactly. And this idea of defying expectations,
Yeah.
it's not just in Happy's world.
Right.
You see it all the time in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Think about entrepreneurs who disrupt industries with unconventional ideas,
Like, okay, yeah.
or artists who break the mold and create something truly unique.
Yeah.
Sometimes those unconventional approaches lead to the most groundbreaking results.
It's like that saying, think outside the box.
Right.
But Happy takes it to a whole new level.
He does?
He's not just speaking outside the box.
Uh,
He's basically smashing the box to pieces with his hockey stick.
It's true.
It's hilarious to watch.
Right.
But it also makes you think,
Yeah.
what if we were all a little more willing to embrace our unique strengths,
I agree.
even if they don't fit the traditional mold?
Yeah.
Maybe we could achieve things we never thought possible.
You're right.
But let's be real.
Okay.
Happy's journey isn't all sunshine and rainbows.
No.
He faces a ton of obstacles.
He does.
I mean, he's got financial struggles, anger issues,
Right.
and the entire golfing establishment looking down on him.
It's tough out there.
Plus, there's Shooter McGavin,
Shooter.
the ultimate golfing snob, constantly trying to sabotage him.
Absolute.
He's the worst.
Yeah, Happy's journey is full of setbacks and challenges.
Yeah.
But what's inspiring is his persistence. He gets knocked down, but he always gets back up.
Right.
He doesn't let the obstacles define him.
Right.
Instead, he uses them as fuel to push himself harder.
It's like he's got this inner fire that just won't quit.
He does.
And it makes you wonder,
Yeah.
where does that come from?
Right.
Is it just his love for his grandma and wanting to save her house?
Maybe.
Or is there something deeper driving him?
Well, that's where the role of Chubbs Peterson comes in, Happy's mentor.
Okay.
Chubbs sees the potential in Happy, not just as a golfer, but as a person.
Yeah.
He sees beyond the anger and the rough edges
Right.
and recognizes Happy's good heart.
Now, this is where things get really interesting.
Right.
Because Chubbs isn't your typical golf instructor.
No, he's not.
He's this one-handed, alligator-obsessed
Yeah.
former pro
Uh-huh.
who teaches Happy's not just about technique,
Right.
but about controlling his emotions
Yeah.
and finding focus.
It's important.
It's like he becomes Happy's Yoda,
I love
guiding him on his path to self-discovery.
Exactly. And Chubbs' mentorship is so powerful
Yeah.
because it's not just about teaching Happy to swing a club.
Right.
It's about teaching him to believe in himself,
Mm-hmm.
to channel his anger into something constructive,
Yeah.
to find a purpose beyond just winning.
And that tragicomic moment when Chubbs
yeah.
meets his unfortunate end.
Yeah.
It's played for laughs,
Yeah.
and it also has a huge impact on Happy.
Right.
It's like it fuels his determination even more.
It does.
He doesn't just want to win for himself anymore.
Right.
He wants to win for Chubbs.
And it's powerful.
It's a turning point in the story.
Yeah.
It shifts the focus from pure comedy to something more profound.
Mm-hmm.
Happy's journey becomes about honoring Chubbs' memory,
Yeah.
carrying on his legacy.
Right.
And that sense of purpose gives him the strength to keep going, even when things get tough.
It's true.
Okay, so we've got this unconventional hero
We do.
who's using his unique skills to defy expectations.
Yeah.
A mentor who sees his true potential, and a mission that gives him a deeper purpose.
Powerful stuff.
It's like all the elements of a classic underdog story are coming together.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating is how Happy Gilmore manages to deliver all of this through the lens of humor.
Yeah.
It's a movie that makes you laugh out loud.
Right.
But it also leaves you with some unexpected insights about success, resilience, and the power of finding your own path.
And that's what makes it such a great pick for this deep dive.
Absolutely.
It's not just a fun movie.
Right.
It actually has something to teach us about achieving our goals even when the odds are stacked against us.
That's the beauty of it.
You know, before we move on, I'm curious.
Yeah.
What stood out to you the most
Okay.
about Happy's unconventional approach to success? What resonated with you?
What resonated with me the most is the idea that we often have the tools we need to succeed already within us.
Okay.
We just need to find a way to apply them in a new and innovative way, just like Happy did with his hockey skills on the golf course.
That's a really great point.
Yeah.
And it makes me think about all the times I've felt limited by my own perceived shortcomings.
Right.
Maybe I should be looking at things differently. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what skills do I already have that I could use in a creative way to achieve my goals?
Exactly.
It's about shifting your perspective,
Yeah.
looking at your strengths from a different angle, and then, well, maybe taking a swing at something unexpected.
I love it.
So to all of you listening,
Yeah.
as we move on to the next part of our deep dive,
Okay.
keep that question in mind.
Right.
What unexpected skills or talents do you have that could unlock your own unique path to success?
That's the question.
Let's find out.
I'm excited. Happy's journey also reminds us that even when you're forging your own path, you don't have to do it alone.
Right.
He has Chubbs as his mentor, but he also connects with Virginia.
Right.
And her belief in him to be a huge factor in his growth.
That's a great point. It's
Yeah.
like having someone who believes in you,
Yeah.
who sees your potential, can make all the difference.
Absolutely.
And Virginia, she's not just a love interest.
Yeah.
She challenges Happy to be better,
Right.
not by conforming to the stuffy golf world,
Yeah.
but by being true to himself.
Exactly. She
Yeah.
sees through his rough exterior to the good-hearted person underneath.
Right.
And their relationship shows how personal growth isn't just about mastering a skill.
Right.
It's about emotional maturity, too.
This makes me think about how sometimes we're so focused on the doing part of achieving a goal
Yeah.
that we forget about the being part.
Right.
Like, how are we changing as people along the way?
I like that.
Are we becoming more resilient,
Yeah.
more compassionate, more in tune with who we really are?
That's such an insightful observation.
Thanks.
Happy's journey on the golf course is a reflection of his internal journey, too.
Yeah.
He starts out impulsive and angry, but through his experiences, through those relationships with Chubbs and Virginia, he learns to control his emotions, to believe in himself, and find a new sense of purpose.
It's a great reminder that success isn't just external.
Right.
It's about that internal growth, that personal transformation.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's the most rewarding part of the journey.
Speaking of journeys,
Yeah.
think about how Happy's choice of equipment symbolizes this fusion of his old and new selves.
Okay.
Remember that putter Chubbs gives him?
Oh, yeah.
A hockey stick blade as the putter head.
It's so good.
It's pure genius.
Oh, yeah. It's like a physical representation of him blending his hockey past with his golfing present.
Right.
He's not rejecting where he came from. He's incorporating it into his new path.
Right. And that putter becomes even more significant after Chubbs' accident.
Oh, yeah.
Happy could have easily abandoned it,
Right.
seen it as a painful reminder,
Yeah.
but he doesn't.
Right.
He uses it to honor Chubbs' memory and prove that his faith in him wasn't misplaced.
There's a powerful message there about using setbacks as motivation,
Yeah,
about turning grief into fuel for growth.
absolutely.
It's like even in the face of loss, you can find a way to channel that energy into something positive, something that honors the person you lost.
And as Happy gets closer to the final tournament, the stakes get higher and higher.
Oh, yeah.
His grandmother's house is on the line.
Right.
His entire future in golf.
All on the line.
Plus, he's got to take down Shooter McGavin once and for all.
That final tournament is the ultimate showdown.
It is.
It's the underdog versus the establishment.
Yeah.
And it's not just about skill. It's about heart resilience and believing in yourself, even when everyone else doubts you.
And let's not forget the sabotage.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Shooter, in his desperation, hires that crazed fan to mess with Happy's game.
He's awful.
It's a low blow, but it highlights how far Happy has come.
Hmm.
He gets knocked down, literally,
Yeah.
but refuses to stay down.
He could have easily given up, blamed the unfair circumstances.
Right.
But he doesn't.
Yeah. And that reminds me of something you said earlier about those real-world examples of unconventional success.
Huh?
A lot of times those innovators and artists, they face tons of rejection and setbacks before they achieve their breakthroughs.
Right.
It's like they have this inner grit that allows them to keep going when others would have quit.
That's a great connection.
Yeah.
It's that refusal to give up, that willingness to keep pushing even when things get tough.
Right.
That often separates those who achieve success from those who don't.
And that's what we see in Happy during that final tournament.
Yeah.
He digs deep, draws on everything he's learned from Chubbs, Virginia, even Shooter McGavin.
He learns from the best and the worst.
He embraces his unique style, his unconventional approach, and ultimately, it's what leads him to victory.
That final shot.
Oh, I love it.
The one where he uses his hockey skills to sink the winning putt.
Yeah.
It's a moment of pure cinematic triumph. It's a testament to the power of hard work, determination, and a little bit of crazy luck.
Okay, but it's more than just luck, right?
Right.
He had to put in the work.
Yeah.
Face his fears and overcome those self-destructive tendencies.
Yeah.
He had to trust his instincts even when they went against conventional wisdom.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's that combination of preparation and trusting your gut
Right.
that allows him to pull off that impossible shot.
Yes.
It's a reminder that sometimes the most unconventional paths lead to the most extraordinary destinations.
And that, I think, is a message we can all take away from Happy Gilmore's journey. It's about being open to new possibilities, willing to challenge conventions, and most importantly, believing in yourself even when others doubt you.
And sometimes it's about channeling your inner Happy Gilmore.
Oh, I like that.
Embracing that unique blend of passion, determination, and maybe even a little bit of crazy.
A little bit of crazy.
Who knows, it might just lead you to your own unconventional victory.
Exactly. It's a testament to the power of individuality.
Right.
Of embracing what makes you different and using it to your advantage.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Happy Gilmore, I think the key takeaway here is that success can come in many forms.
Yes.
And the path to achieving it is rarely a straight line.
It's about being open to new possibilities,
Right.
willing to challenge conventions, and most importantly, believing in yourself even when others doubt you.
And sometimes it's about channeling your inner Happy Gilmore, embracing that unique blend of passion, determination, and maybe even a little bit of crazy.
Yeah.
Who knows? That might just lead you to your own unconventional victory.
It's true.
And as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with a question to ponder.
Okay.
What unconventional approaches could you embrace in your own life?
What are your unique skills or passions that might lead you to unexpected success or fulfillment?
Think about it.
Yeah.
Explore those possibilities.
Give it a shot.
And who knows, maybe you'll find your own happy ending, even if it doesn't involve a golden jacket. Thinking about those unconventional approaches,
Yeah.
it makes me think about the tech world.
Uh-huh.
So many of those tech giants,
Right.
like Apple or Google,
Yeah.
they were started by people who didn't follow the traditional corporate playbook.
Right.
They had these crazy ideas, these outside-the-box approaches,
Yeah.
and they completely changed the game.
That's a great example.
Right.
And it's not just limited to tech.
Oh, yeah.
Think about the arts.
Okay.
Artists who challenge conventions, who push boundaries,
Yeah.
often end up being the ones who create truly groundbreaking work.
Right. It's like that willingness to be different, to go against the grain,
Yeah.
that sparks true innovation and creativity.
And it's not always about achieving massive success on a global scale.
Right.
Sometimes those unconventional approaches
Yeah.
lead to personal fulfillment, finding a niche where your unique skills and passions truly shine.
Absolutely. Yeah. Maybe it's starting a small business that's totally unique,
Right.
or finding a career path that combines your seemingly unrelated interests. It's about recognizing that there's no one-size-fits-all formula for success.
And that's such an empowering message, isn't it?
It is.
It's about giving yourself permission to explore, to experiment,
Right.
to find what truly works for you, even if it means going against the grain.
It's like Happy Gilmore on the golf course,
Right.
using his hockey skills to dominate the green.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that would work?
It's crazy.
But it did.
It did.
And in a way, it makes his victory even more satisfying.
Exactly. It's a testament to the power of individuality,
Right.
of embracing what makes you different and using it to your advantage.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Happy Gilmore,
Okay.
I think the key takeaway here is that success can come in many forms, and the path to achieving it is rarely a straight line.
It's about being open to new possibilities, willing to challenge conventions.
Right.
And most importantly, believing in yourself, even when others doubt you.
And sometimes it's about channeling your inner Happy Gilmore.
I like that.
Embracing that unique blend of passion, determination, and maybe even a little bit of crazy.
Right.
Who knows? It might just lead you to your own unconventional victory.
I think you're right.
Thanks for joining me for this deep dive
This was fun.
into Happy Gilmore.
I love that movie.
It's been a blast.
Yeah, it has.
And remember, it's your journey, your path, so don't be afraid to take a swing at something unexpected.
And maybe find your own happy place.